because there are all these quests. Or not quests, there are all these milestones. Oh, they're new borders. Wait, we didn't look at this. There are a bunch of distressed borders. There's some fire borders. Okay, they kind of cooked with the fire. The fire looks pretty good. So fire in a bunch of colors. Split effects. Purple rays. Ah, yes. This is what everyone... Character mastery is saved, boys. Character mastery is saved. And now we even have rainbow rays. This is exactly what people were hoping for. This is already a thing. Anyway, where is the high voltage stuff? I don't even know if the person who was talking about it is still here because the stream went down, but regardless, not a bad time to bring it up. There are milestone rewards for this high voltage. Now, they've always had milestone rewards, but you might notice these are a bit different. There are a lot more of them. And the points are a lot higher. And we can also see some of the rewards. So if you're trying to plan out your currency, they have 15k for Storm variant, Iron Lad variant, and Cobra. I'm going to get the Cobra for sure. And then 50k for Kid Omega. Those are the only things I really care about. Maybe I get some cosmetic stuff or an emote, but that's what I'm putting all my points towards, is I just want these 2 cards. But I think it's going to play out pretty differently, and I'm hoping one of the things that they changed is they give you a reason to play the mode, because there's no way you're going to get just enough points off of just grinding the quests. I mean, maybe there is, I don't know. But I'm hoping that they give you a reason to play. And then the twist on high voltage is neat. There's an extra turn, which I think matters more than people think. And each of you have 8 charged cards in your deck. The charged cards get -1 cost, +1 power. And after 8 of them are played across both sides, the crazy charged effect goes off. I don't know if those are listed here somewhere. I don't see them, but I know there is a list of them somewhere. They've been at the top. But I think it will make the game play fairly different. Yeah, here they are. Well, no, they're in the card section. Here we go. Overdrive Reactor. These are all the effects. Each player repeats however many on reveals. Each player adds however many chimichangas. And I think this number is determined by the amount of charged cards played. Draw. Charged cards count. Their cost becomes assigned cost. Transform played cards into plus cards. Destroy the 2 locations with the lowest powers. If there's a tie, leave 1 at random. That's funny. So I think this is going to add some replayability and variance to high voltage that I think it needed. I think one of the common complaints of high voltage was everyone plays the same decks. And maybe everyone will still play the same decks, but the games shouldn't feel as samey with this variable added. This is the wrong deck. I mean, I think anytime there's FOMO in a game mode, people are going to bitch about it. That's the nature of FOMO, right? People don't like FOMO, but it's what sells. Although the thing with high voltage has always had FOMO. If you weren't someone who was active about the quests, there was a lot of FOMO in high voltage. It's ironic that the most casual friendly mode actually demands like you be very religious about logging in at the proper time and clearing those quests. That's always been, I think, one of the weak points of the mode. What is Slippin' Dickens doing? Slippin' Jimmy. Slippin' Jimmy's getting some fat values, what he's doing. We're gonna hope our value is fatter. I don't think it feels very FOMO if you're a very engaged player. Like if you're not a super engaged player, it feels very FOMO. And I think you'll still be able to do the things people like about it, which is just like using it as a quest farming mode, because you don't lose anything by playing it. It's just gains, right? Is this the right decision? I don't know, but we're gonna find out together, chat. We're going to take this journey together. I get the sneaking suspicion it might not have been the right decision. Maybe I should have legioned the mid. Frigga adds a copy of herself. That's an interesting interaction. Okay, they have Kate. We're probably very dead. Are we? They have 6 cards. They're gonna clown me with the arrows. They're gonna win right pretty easily. Yeah, we're very dead. Maybe I am supposed to put Zabu back in this deck instead of Bob, possibly. Bob's good as a stat stick, though. Do. Yeah, I pre-ordered the Final Fantasy VI Precon. I feel like that. It was the cheapest one, and it was the one I really liked the most. So that was kind of cool. It was the only Final Fantasy Precon that didn't cost, like, fucking an absurd amount of money. Like, it was like $70, whereas all the other ones I think are over $100. Entirely possible I should have waited and just bought singles, but... I also just got a bunch of cards in the mail, so I can build some new decks. Maybe we'll actually get one of these weekend MTG streams going sometime. This is a bot. What bot deck runs Armor Mystique? That's what I want to know. Got 13 power Merlin. Put him down onto every spell he generated with his Omniversal Presence. That's pretty funny. This is Cerebro 3, I guess. Dude, fuck you, Luke Cage. You're supposed to stay in the deck so I could play this fucking Malekith. Now I don't have any more Malekith. It's awkward. Oh, I forgot that the Mystique this actually copies the man thing. That's incredibly funny. I guess is what most prevalent decks will be in the tourney. Honestly, I'm not sure. I do think that a lot of the more struggling to think of the right word, I guess more competitively minded, try-hard-esque people, I think they're going to be bringing move bounce. Is my guesstimation. However, if we get Mercury, that might throw a wrench in that. Is he playing negative or is he doing cool things? What's up, Calirex? I assume Cam Worst is doing cool things, but possibly just playing negative to farm the location. No, he's doing something interesting. I don't know if this is actually good for me or not, but seems good. Could also go for the sewer system instead of the big house. Although I can presumably play all my cards here and I'm assuming he has some higher cost cards that'll make this awkward for him. I guess we'll see. What's up, Kava Cat? That I don't love. However, this is pretty good. Oh, he's playing Bro. Interesting. Cerebro 4. So I'm going to assume he plays 2 4s. And those 4s are going to be 7. So I think I just beat that by going... We could also fuck up his Cerebro, potentially, by moving this. But I don't think I need to do that. I think I just play this. Yeah, I don't think he would stay. Is there a sub for Malekith? Unfortunately, this deck is kind of built around Malekith. So I don't think there's really a great sub for him in this list. We're trying to like get a lot of value out of him. Although I guess we don't have crazy good Malekith hits. Our Malekith hits are kind of mid. Malekith's just always been a staple in this archetype, but I am thinking about putting Zabu back in the deck instead of Bob. I do like the power Bob gives, and he's a better Malekith hit. But our best Malekith hits are like these cards are not great Malekith hits. This one's good, this one's good, this one's good. Copycat's fine. Like 50-50. Jubilee. The problem with Jubilee is it takes up board space and doesn't give you nearly as much power. Because we don't have a lot of big things we're trying to cheat out. Seeing safety hype up Mercury made me sad. Are you a move enjoyer? I think she is going to make the move enjoyer sad. But I think we've needed a card like that for a while. Something to keep the 5 people playing move bounce in check a little bit. Cannonball enjoyer. It's good for Cannonball. It's beneficial, is it not? For Cannonball? You play it and then you can Cannonball a lane and kill the thing every time. Have I seen the Mercury Cannonball interaction? Yes, it does kill the card. You Cannonball a Mercury lane, the Cannonball card dies. That is how it works. Wave. Oh, I'm getting Galactus. This is definitely big Galactus energy. Here it comes, chat. Here it comes. It's Galactus. I'm scared. Not actually that scared. Scared if they have an acid arrow, I guess. I'm gonna be so sad if they have the acid arrow. I feel like they would have snapped if they did, though. No, they did not. They still need, like, Cannonball to win, though, right? Surely they don't have it. They had it, chat. They cheated. They cheated. And one with Galactus feels bad, man. The funny thing was, I thought about playing around the, I thought about playing around Galactus left, but it was just a coin flip. I figured left was probably a little more likely for them. But the logic was, well, if they Galactus left, we probably are fine if they don't have Acid Arrow. So we kind of put them on getting the right 50-50 and then also getting an Acid Arrow, which was another 50-50. And unfortunately they did. Now, should I have left for one there? Almost certainly, but who cares? When's the mandatory update? I don't know. Usually they give it a few days. My hope is that they just drop the new card, you know. They drop the new cards today. I think they're going to get them out before the tourney. Cannonball Professor X meta back. I'm not so certain, but it's possible. Merlin equals Dedge. We get a super scroll. It's annoying. This is bad if he has Annie, which it looks like he does. But I think we gotta try. Merlin could bail me out too. Oh no, Merlin actually definitely can bail me out because we have Once in Future. And Polymorph. Wow, it's actually huge. We want to do Laufey first, then Once in Future, then Polymorph, I think. Is this enough? I don't know. Did not expect Bird. I think we're dead, chat, sadly. We are very dead. We low rolled like crazy. Although I don't think there was a high roll that won us that. Are there any 5-drops that win that? Esme will be available as part of the daily season 5 cards and offer in the token shop. Should be, yeah. Once the season rotates, she should be in the shop. Maybe Ajax. Yeah, maybe Ajax did it. Ajax would have done it, right? Because it was 3 and 3 would have been 6. Goes 13. We win tie rakes. Gilgamesh. I don't know if Gilga would have done it because we didn't have that many buffed cards. We just had like one buffed card, right? This is a bot. Not sure what bot though. Spell is taking notes from Cersei, true. Tempo bot, yeah, I guess. I don't know what this is. I genuinely do not know what this is. It is kind of funny to go like Viper, give them the surge. Viper, give them the surge, and then snap to move the Bob so they lose the lane. They have 4 cards. Killmonger? I mean, Killmonger should be over. Put this here so it moves to the middle. And we put this here so it's guaranteed middle. Oh my god, dude. I would have crashed out, bro. I would have straight crashed out. Why is Val in this deck? For value. You can't spell value without Val. Bro, it was a fucking Luke Cage deck? Like, what? It was Luke Cage, Sarah Control with Ant-Man? Hydra Bob? What the fuck? What the actual fuck? That's crazy. If I didn't make my Hydra Bob play, I would have lost. Dude, I saw that Luke Cage appear and my life flashed before my eyes. That Luke Cage showed up and I immediately regretted every life decision I have ever made leading me up to this moment. And then we clutched it and it was no biggie. Oh, you missed the answer on the Val. Val is here because, so one thing I like about this deck is it provides some unpredictability. With Valentina. Valentina could also be an Iron Patriot card. I just like the Valentina cards a little better. But Iron Patriot's fine too. But the idea is you want a card that adds a bit of an unpredictable element to boost the cube equity. The bots have been weird. It does feel like they got better at the game. Not all of them, but some of them. Yeah, at least it won't be like Iron Patriot where you had to wait months. Yeah, true. If you're a free-to-play player, it's significantly easier to get the pass card now compared to how it used to be once the season ends. I do get the feeling like I'm supposed to put Zabu back in this deck, but Bob has been winning. This deck is very much built like it's a Zabu deck. Yeah, Valentina is just kind of a cube juicer. Sometimes. I had a really good run with Valentina yesterday in a different deck, too. I'm scared, but... Collector means a discard gamer, probably. It's definitely a discard gamer. We need to punch their dude. I mean, discard's a good one to play for Sinister London, for sure. Malekith. I think I'm supposed to... It looks weird, but I think I'm supposed to do this because it increases my odds of drawing Legion. This is what I didn't want to see happen, but this is gonna happen anyway. This substantially increases my odds of finding Legion. So 1 in 3 off the top. Alright, Dakins are small boys. And that's good for me. Because that doesn't add another shard. Unfortunately, I didn't draw Legion yet, which makes me a sad panda. Makes me quite a sad panda. Alright, pop quiz. Did we activate this yet? I don't think we did. I'm pretty sure we did not activate this yet. So I think I'm going to Laufey. We got the Legion, chat. Let's fucking go. Is it enough to win this game? I am uncertain, but we'll try. What is this card? It's Merlin. This is Cage, so the bullseye won't hurt us. I'm guessing their play, so either they just windmill slam the Modok mid if they have it, or they're going to play their second Dakin mid to try and get, even though it's small, even more Dakins. Mr. Fantastic. That's pretty not fantastic for them. See what I did there? Oh, please BM me some more, bro. Please BM me some more. Please BM me some more before losing to Luke Cage. Well, I said the Red Wing emote wasn't BM, but it felt pretty good to use there. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Get legioned, little bro. I like the Devil Dino emote in response. It's a good one. Hear me out. If a card gets nerfed because of another, if this other card gets reworked, the initial card should be unnerfed. Example, collector nerf for the Sins of OG Loki. I think that is something that depends on the card. I agree with you in principle, but I don't think that's an omnipresent good rule to have. Like I'm glad they unnerfed Storm. It's not a perfect example, but like I agree with what you're saying where it's like when they do the thing of, you know, it's a good example of this, although this is more of an exception than the rule. Remember when Arsham got every fucking annoying card under the sun nerfed because Arsham just played them better? Like Dr. Octopus and what were the other cards? It was Doc Ock. There were like 3 of them. Leech. Basically, Arsham turned into who could like cheat out the most annoying like disruption cards possible. I think Professor X was before the Arsham nerf, but I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it was before because X nerf was like Cannonball meta, right? But essentially, that's an example where it's like those cards weren't nerfed because they were unfair in other decks, but I think we're also better off not unnerfing those cards because let's be real, we don't need to give Clog a better Dr. Octopus again. We don't need to be leeching people. However, there are other examples that I think, you know, yeah, we should consider. If like the Collector Loki example is a good example where it's like, okay, they nerfed Loki, should we unnerf the Collector? And they kind of did, right? They didn't unnerf it to where Collector doesn't proc from Loki, but I think that was a dumb interaction to begin with. Well, it wouldn't work with Loki anymore anyway, because Loki doesn't do your hand anymore. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Collector got unnerfed. Didn't they make it like a 2-1 or something? And then they put it back, I think. So, like, I agree with the spirit of what you're saying, but I don't think it should be a hard rule. High Evo cards should be unnerfed. Dude, when did I put out the High Evo video? Let's see. It's time to revert High Evo. August 20th, 2024. Dude, I've been saying it for the better part of a year. And it's never been more true. It is time to unnerf High Evo. I think they could unnerf all the High Evo cards and it would be fine. If you want to leave Hulk as he is so he's a mirror of Red Hulk, I can understand. I don't think there's a good reason for not unnerfing Wasp and the Thing. How has this deck been doing? I feel like I've been doing a good bit of scamming people with the Legion. That's a good tweet. Grocery prices are seriously getting crazy this week. I had to explain to my girl it's just inflation. Yeah. It's just inflation. You know what I want, even though it's like the dumbest thing ever? I want this thing. It's like apparently bad quality. It's like a 480p camera or something. Wait, why is it $60? Did it sell out? I thought this was cheap. It was cheap. I thought it was announced for like 20 or 30 bucks or something. It's noticeably like pretty bad quality, but I love the camera being in a piranha plant. I think that's great. I love the piranha plants. I'm a big piranha plant enjoyer. Actually, I wonder if the Lego ever went on sale. Let's check. If you don't know, there was a piranha plant Lego. Oh, it is on sale. I think I might buy this, chat. Also, holy God, Amazon is so bright. Dark Reader, go. Make the website dark. It just made it gray. Okay, no, it just made it gray. Fucking Amazon. It's on sale. I could buy this for the price of the camera. I should just buy this and stick a camera in it. I don't think that's how the Switch thing works, but I could be wrong. Let's actually look this up. Speaking of little gift shop of horrors, apparently there's one of those too, except I don't think it's actually a Lego set, like knockoff Lego. Knockoff Legos aren't bad. I have a knockoff Pokemon Lego, and it's kind of cool. Hey, look at this bad boy. I have a Charmander and a Charmeleon and a Charizard. Kind of fire. I got really into collecting Legos again, like in 2022 or 23, but I ran out of places for them, so I stopped buying as many. But I kind of want this one because I'm a big Piranha Plant fan. Yeah, Dark Reader is very good. Although it's fucking with my Twitch chat too, so I think I'm gonna turn it off for now. It didn't really work on this. Dark Reader is handy though if you don't like getting blinded by bright web pages. I might buy this, even though I definitely shouldn't right now, but I love the Piranha Plant. I play Piranha Plant in Smash Bros. But yeah, Switch 2 tomorrow. That's going to be part of the stream. Oh yeah, I want to check my stats. How are we doing with this deck? We're doing pretty good with this deck. $47, dude, and that's on sale. Legos are expensive, especially the brand ones. Although, is this actually a good price for... Let's see. So why do I have so many tabs open? Let's close some of these. So here's a rule of thumb if you're wondering if Legos are reasonably priced. Generally, if a set... It's like 100 pieces per $10 usually. So... Normally this is $60, which the license sets usually are a little overpriced. They're usually a bit above that ratio, or below that ratio. But because it's on sale for $47, it's under the 100 piece for $10 price point, which makes it more reasonable. They're making the original Switch cheaper? I don't think so, but I think the Switch has gone on sale a number of times. These are the decks. I think this Black Bolt Stature deck is quite good. Eagle Moss greater than Legos. Is that something lawn care related? I watched a bit of one of the lawn streams. It was cool. It was neat to see. It's always fun seeing like little communities that build up over like things you wouldn't think about. Yeah, if you guys don't know, if you're trying to turn your lawn woes around, check out turn 6 Zabu. Whoops. It's funny. So I'm originally from the Northeast, and that's where I lived for most of my life. And we never had too much problem with our lawn there. We moved down south, and now we're on an island. And there's a lot of... Everything is like... It's all sand. So it's been interesting. My dad's really into gardening and lawn care and all that stuff. So it's been interesting watching him like combat the struggle, because it's really hard to get grass to grow down here because you don't have that nice fertile soil, you know? Although he's done a pretty good job. It looks pretty good, but it's tricky. Yeah, when you get old and have kids, you get into lawns. So I've heard and seen. That does line up with my experience. Yeah, this deck's doing pretty good. You'll love to see it. I also think this deck is quite good. I just don't think this one's great for the hot location. It might be okay for the hot location. Black Bolt's good with it. Juggernaut is too, but Fenris, it gets a little cloggy. You're very reliant on the Juggernaut for the hot location. That's why I'm not playing this right now. If there was no hot location, I'd probably play this more. I think this deck is quite good, and Merlin was a pretty good addition. It was running Penny before. I think running Penny over Kate was just wrong. I think that was kind of like a cute inclusion that I didn't agree with. But the deck was very good regardless. I think it was pretty competently built. You could also play this deck with Legion in the Claw slot too. But we started with this deck because we were running into a lot of stuff that the control-y cards were good against, but then we switched to this one because of the hot location. Does the Electra do much? Sometimes. I think if there's ever been a time for Electra to be meta, it's kind of now. Like, there are so many demons and 1-drops lurking around, I feel like, because everyone's trying Annie again. But it's a very, you know, flexible spot. You could very easily put in another 1-drop. She's had some moments, though. Electra has had some moments, but if you wanted to just play, I don't know, Silver Sable in that spot, I don't think you would notice a huge difference. So the thing with the hot location deck is Surge is very good on the hot location. So you play Surge on the hot location, you get double Surge procs, and that can allow you to get ahead a bit. And then when you get ahead, you just Legion them so you keep your benefit from the hot location while depriving your opponent from getting that same benefit. That's the idea with this deck. We're trying to, like, that's why it's called Tempo King. We're trying to put down points, and then we're trying to get rid of the thing that lets them put down points. That's the general theory. It looks like you timed it well. Yeah, I'm not a fan of playing during hot locations, but what are you going to do? Yeah, leveraging double Surge and then Legion to help deal with the hot location. Also, Merlin helps you deal with it. Double Merlin's pretty cool. You have to think about it a bit because it's going to fill your hand full of stuff, but Merlin gives you another way to deal with the hot location. And if you get 2 Merlins and you get that location changer card, it buffs both of them, which makes Merlin very above rate. It's just a pretty flexible deck. I keep thinking about if I want Zabu back in here. I think you definitely don't want Zabu in here during the hot location. I think during the hot location, Zabu is probably a bit of a liability because him taking up board space isn't good. But yeah. Yeah, no problem. Like here? Why does no one want me? Or Zabu. I'm worried about filling my hand a bit, but whatever. A 1/4 is a 1/4. Free Cage is good. What about turn 7 Zabu? Now we're cooking. They're playing Mr. Negative, Sag. Well, I am Biggie Sag. I'm doing it this way because I want another Red Guardian. I'm assuming they're going to play around me changing the location, but we'll see. Jane. Is that Jane? It's an Aries. Oh, hey. We got him. Jarvis, clip that. So, like, I am in complete agreement playing Magic in this economy is not a good move. I was worried they might just dump all their cards. Merlin or Surge on turn 2? That's a great question. I think I play Surge more than I play Merlin. Mainly because Surge has a better payoff of getting us a 4 cost to cost 3 and continue our chain. However, if I don't have like any 3s to follow up the Surge, sometimes I'll play the Merlin so I can play like Surge plus Merlin card on turn 3. So it's a little contextual. Part of it is also looking at the locations and being like, hey, do I really want the Merlin spells? Or do I not think they'll be as needed? So I lean towards Surge, but there are times where you don't do it. But yeah, I think Merlin is a huge reason they unnerfed Storm. Is my game theory. Yeah, Surge definitely snowballs better. Aggie Thaw. Is the Storm Legion location combo working as intended? Yes. They made it so if you Legion a Storm lane, it doesn't work to instantly close lanes anymore. So you need to get it in the Storm in 3, War Machine on 4, Legion on 5 order. You can't go like Zabu or Surge, War Machine into Storm. I mean, I guess you could if you play War Machine on 3, Storm on... No, it just doesn't work. It just does not work anymore like that. This is an okay play from Agatha. Not the greatest, but not the worst. Would have preferred to put her left. At least she didn't self-fill a lane, though, so I can't really complain. I'm assuming they're playing negative. I think negative is quite good right now, but the better way to play negative is to try and avoid relying on magic. I think that's always been true, but it's like especially true now. I think we're gonna die. Most likely. I think we are dead. Yep. Yeah, I think there's a lot less Mobius around right now while people are trying out new stuff and they aren't finding room for Mobius, so Negative's trying to farm. And then once people get tired of it, they're going to start playing Mobius again. Also, the hot location is probably fine for Negative, I guess. Best go-to deck right now? I'm not sure. I mean, this has been working quite well. A lot of the decks I tried have done fine, though. It's very hard for me. I don't have like a great grasp on like what the meta's looking like yet. People are trying so much new stuff. It's cool. I hate you, Mindscape. You make me sad. I want to snap this bot. I have seen the OTA. I don't know if I'd call it leaked because they put it out there themselves, but I have seen it. It's cool. Tad is back from the store, yeah. Okay, we got Legion. Okay, so I can snap this then. I should just play the cage. I was thinking about trying to get some value out of this Laufey, but I don't think I need to do that. Because we're just gonna Legion the left. Concerning. Not really, though. What was this spot deck? Dad's got quite a deck, he sure does. But yeah, as far as a mainly buffed focused patch goes, I think they did a good job with it. I think it's pretty cool. I like that. So if you haven't seen the cards they're changing, I'll go over it real quick. You make space. I'm deleting this Doom deck. It is bad. All right, so it's this. These are the cards that are getting buffed tomorrow. Omega Red 4/6. Least impactful buff of the patch, but whatever. Deserved. It's nice to see him get a little help. Suji is going to a 4/7. I love this change because I love Suji decks. I think Super Giant's really fun to play and provides like a unique thing. And one of the biggest things that's been hindering this card is you take a pretty big tempo loss. You play this a powerful effect, but you're playing it on an understated body. And now it's going to be a 4/7, which is significant. It's basically like premium or close to premium rate for a good effect. I think that's really good, and I have some things planned for it. I'm a big Suji enjoyer. I think Supergiant also helps counter some strategies that a lot of people find annoying. Like bounce decks. Move bounce. Being able to deny one turn of them bouncing their shit is huge. And it also sets up for like sneaky plays, like getting a Negasonic off, hiding a Killmonger. Like, I just like what this card promotes. This card promotes things I enjoy doing, and I'm very happy it's getting buffed. Speaking of cards that I'm happy are getting buffed, Infinity Ultron, like, almost single-handedly saved the Carter season for me in terms of having fun with the game. This card is very, very fun. They put it back to a 5/6 because they're buffing the stones. The stones are going to 2 cost. And there's some other changes to them. I believe power and reality, or infinity. We can just look at it. Let's see. Hope I got a ping. Nope, it's not about anything super important. Let's see. I was hoping they announced the cards, but no news on the cards yet. Where are my cards? Also, do you guys see the Galactus popcorn bucket? Look at this thing. Not to jump around too much, but look at this thing, dude. Neil. Supergiant's already good. I think she's okay. I don't think she's good for the average player. I think there's a small number of people who are very good with the card. But I don't think Supergiant has seen much play or been very good outside of like Stefan hard carrying with it. Looks like she's just showing up in random booster farming decks. This version of Werewolf, which was not doing good. I love Supergiant as a card. I just don't think it's been that amazing. And I think especially for the average player, which again I think is who they make these changes in mind for more than like the you know, more advanced player. I think Suji has struggled to find a proper home for that type of player. And now maybe it'll have one. I wonder if this deck's still good though. I do think Eliath is usually really overrated and kind of bait in these kind of decks. I also don't really like Shang in here. But there are ways you can build Supergiant to work with Eliath, but I think it's usually worse than the other versions. I want to see all the stone changes. If he can somehow get all of his stones in a single game, he should banish all the other cards. That'd be sick. Infinity Ultron went back down to a 5/6. It was an unintended consequence of the patch. Cam climbed with a Merlin Kahori deck. Marvel Guilty Gear? Wait, what the fuck is this? What is Paper tweeting about? So the stones. Power Stone 2/1, Reality Stone 2/2 or 2/1. Time Stone is a 2/3. That's a huge buff. Space Stone 2/5, huge buff. Soul Stone 2/3. Fine. A lot better as a 2. And Mind Stone 2/2. So those are the stone changes. I think they will make the card quite a bit better. I think you're gonna see Infinity Ultron is gonna be played a little bit differently. Instead of being, I don't think he's gonna be as good in the Hela deck that he currently is played in, but I think he's gonna be way better in like Victoria Hand, Quinjet stuff. They changed any abilities or just the power and cost? I believe it's just the power and the cost. I don't think any of the abilities have changed. I wish they would change the Soul Stone, but the Soul Stone probably gets better by costing less because you can fill up your board more. The Space Stone and Time Stone power buffs are pretty significant. A 3-1 to a 2-3 is a massive buff. I think the Space Stone might still be the weakest in terms of effect, but now it's a 2-5, which is a good body. But the fact that you can get these down to 1 cost with Quinjet and then buff them with Victoria Hand seems very good. Like, I've held on to this Ultron deck for a long time. This was my Ultron deck that I played a shit ton of when he came out, and I really enjoy this deck. And I think it's just better now with the new Ultron once he drops. Should draw 3 stones instead of 2. That would be cool, but I think they want to take it one thing at a time and see how this goes. I think I'm going to cut a card generation piece from this deck. I'm not sure which one, though. I think I have one too many. So we might jam in like Merlin over Kate or Snowguard. Although I like the location control. With Snowguard. So I think Kate is gonna... Kate or IP. Probably Kate, because we don't need that many things that generate a ton of cards. So we'll just make that change right now. I'm not gonna play this until the OTA, but... we're gonna put in Merlin. Yeah, it gives us more location manipulation, which is cool. And Merlin doesn't take up board space, which this deck fills up its board quite a bit. So the fact that we could like upgrade an Iron Patriot or a 3-drop or something, or toss away a Luna Snow Ice Cube for more mana, like those things seem good. Gives us another way to ramp out Gore, which is powerful. Or play Gore plus a stone on turn 6. But yeah, this was one of my favorite cooks I've done in a long time. I really enjoyed it. And I'm looking forward to going back to it once they improve Ultron tomorrow. And then the last card they're changing is Giganto is becoming a 6/16, which is much appreciated. Because it always was weird to me how Giganto had this, he has a pretty bad restriction, and he didn't have a great body to compensate for it. Unrelated, but look at this monkey split I got last night. We got a good monkey split on Inked. Like, a lot of the times, because right now the only place you play Giganto is in, like, a Black Knight deck or a Hela deck sometimes, but a lot of the times... you'd rather just play Magneto or Hulkling or something, because it's 2 less power, but you get a valuable effect. And Giganto's effect is ass for 2 more power. But having 4 more power, that's double 2. That's a lot more. And so I think he's going to be more of a Black Knight card than he was before, which is cool. Do I know what I'm running in the Gauntlet? I do not. I have not decided. That will probably be a very last-minute decision. So yeah, I like that they're making him 16 power. It's cool. Surprised they didn't slap another 2 or 4 power on Infinite too. I mean, I think Infinite has been holding up all right as the premier, like, biggest idiot. I don't know that Infinite decks need a ton of help. I think they're doing all right. I think he's chilling in Hela and War Machine decks. When's the deadline for deck submissions? I don't know. I'm assuming it's Friday. But we don't know that for sure. I mean, they probably have that posted somewhere. I don't know off the top of my head. I'm not sure. It's probably known. I guess I should check the Discord. All players... I don't know if it says when the deck requirement is yet. So it's Surfer. I'm guessing they're gonna like jug or something, which I think this can beat. This might not be jug anymore. Shang-Chi? What the fuck? Brother, what are we doing here? It's not Surfer? Also, what a tremendous low roll. I don't trust the Legion mid for Chaos. Although, actually, wait, maybe I should have Legion mid for Chaos, because I should have done that, because I could have gone first. Yeah, that was a better play, actually. Could have won. That is disappointing. We got, like, one of the worst 4-drops in the game. Why is there Shang in their fucking Brood? Why is there Shang in their Surfer deck? Unless they're not running Surfer, and it's just a weird mid-range version, but I don't know. I think if you're running Shang in a Surfer deck, you have severe hatred of 10 power cards. But it might not have been Surfer. They might have just been playing a control deck with Brood Galacta, yes. Friday at 8 CT. Oh, is that the deadline? Wait, wasn't this the person that kept retreating against me? Or did they just have a similar name? I feel like I'm recognizing their name, but I can't place it. Also, based America Chavez enjoyer? Their deck is cool as shit. Gotta go for it now. I guess I don't have to go for it now, but if I fall behind, I get screwed. Fine, surely this works. This will surely provide me priority. Ah, okay. Oh, that's annoying. Alright, quick chat. I need to know how this works. Someone tell me how this works. Does this work in the middle? I have no idea. Fuck it. It does not. Okay. Then we're dead, sadly, I think. Because they had Iron Man. That is unfortunate. What a wacky deck. Fucking Professor X. Did not expect to get got by Professor X today. That is not what I expected at all. They're running America Chavez to buff the Professor. Well, that's sad. I guess I should have gone... I guess it didn't matter if I legioned on 5, though. This is the negative person. Negative drooler at it again. I think we scammed them last time, so they should be aware, but... Yeah, Swan lets them play the 1s on the X turn. Yeah, that's true. It's a cool idea. I like the idea. I'm putting it left because I want to put the man thing or the Laufey right. Bro, where's my Legion, dude? 1 and 3 to find Legion. I know they're not negative, but if they do double gore, we're in trouble. The problem. And that looks like to be what is happening here. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're kind of fucked. Maybe not. Okay. It would appear my opponent has made a grave error. And is now going to die. Brother, that's just stupid. That's just a flat example of someone who does not know how to play Mr. Negative. They had me super screwed. All they had to do was you Mystique the right, because then Ravona's protecting it, and then you Iron Man the Gore lane. Or here. Like, I cannot outscale double Gore. Most of my stuff is on reveals. I think they just fumbled, but fine by me. Did I upgrade cards from here yet? I think I did, right? Yeah. Oh, I didn't upgrade Miss Marvel. Trying to get an inked Miss Marvel, and it's taken so long. Because I have like 18 million Miss Marvel variants, so using the bonus booster shop for cards you have a lot of a variance for is incredibly annoying. Because I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Miss Marvel variants. So it keeps showing me like different ones. I gave her one of the fancy borders because I thought it looked good. Alright, let's see if we can bang out this climb. Oh, this dude's in Huskies chat a bunch, I think. I recognize the name. I want to snap back, but I think I need to wait and see what they have. But we have some good cards. Oh, fuck you. Shit. Is this better than Hulkling? Not really. Alright, we need to go mid. We need to go mid, chat. Please go mid. We went mid. Let's fucking go. We need their doc to go mid too. Fuck. Well, could be worse. This is actually really funny in terms of Legion. Blows up a lot of cards. Mostly blowing up my cards. But whatever. It's fine. Better than fine. It's flat out. Well, okay. Change it again. Sure. Haha, we got him. I honestly forgot about the Galacta. I didn't realize that all these were 3s. I thought more of these would die. Damn, we got some cool emotes to Carlo. Are they normally... Yeah, I assume that one is normally like that. I wasn't sure if making it giant, if you could also make them, like, change color, but I assume that's part of the emote. I'm trapped at 99. Me too. We're hoping to cross the barrier. I think we would have been done by now if I was a little more aggressive on my snapping. But I always get a little skittish near the end because those... If you lose 4 or 8, it feels like such a big setback. Even though it's not really any more of a setback than it would be otherwise. It just feels like that, you know? So this is the guy who... He's playing... We got him with the sneaky play last time where we legioned the Sakaar. And it Killmongered his own bounce cards at the end of the game because he's playing Morgan. So I'm going to try and do that again, I think, is the plan. Los Diablos base might have other plans for me, though. So I'm going to tell it, no, you cannot have other plans for me, sir. I'm going to say no. This is one of the regular auto-animated versions that Twitch can make. Oh, neat. I didn't know that. Alright, well that part of the dream is dead, I guess. Although it is funny they unintentionally, like, milled me. This will pull Cage, Bob, or Surge. Cage is a good pull. Do I do the Legion play now? Probably. It just puts me so far ahead and fucks up their whole plan, I would think. Okay, it didn't fuck up their whole plan because they got more cards in their hand. But I'm pretty sure we're still good. Fine. I see. Okay. It's a Bojin. Got here just in time for the 3rd stream today, because my stream has died 2 different times. But you made it for stream number 3. Good to see ya. So I actually have no idea how long I've been streaming today. I think I started streaming at like 1-ish. It's like 5 hours. I can only go until... I have a thing at like 7:30, so I can go for like another hour-ish, potentially. This is the guy who's playing the Gambit stuff. Sag Mobius. Oh, anti-venom doesn't do anything. I think I'm just gonna do this into Laufey. Me with the fudge deck is the one Cam posted. I saw that one. Junior mints are pretty nice if you like mint chocolate. I used to hate mint chocolate, but I feel like I've started to appreciate it a little bit more over time. I could not do mint chocolate chip ice cream for the longest time, but it has finally grown on me. The one Cam posted was the Kahori one. Playable card? That's a playable card. I do love to see a playable card show up. So this should just win because I'm going to get a point back from my cage. Brood. Oh no, it's Surfer. Fuck, I could lose to Surfer. I didn't realize it was Surfer. Dude, these Surfer decks have gotten out of hand. They're so fucking weird. They're so weird nowadays. I would have won if I put the thing in the middle, right? 4 more power. No, I still would have lost. Fuck my ass, dude. I mean, I guess there are signs, but like the funny thing is like Fenris, Mobius, Glad could be a not Killmonger deck. Man, losing 4 sucks. We would have fucking farmed them if I put the man thing in the middle. If mint chocolate is growing on you, you might want to see a doctor and have those spots checked out. Yeah. I do actually have lots of spots, funnily enough. But none of them have mint chocolate. The Sinister Hot location it is. Yep. To my dismay. Be weary, there is a lot of clog around. A lot of clog with the hot location. At least that's what I've seen so far. We've seen some discard, some clog, some negative. Those have been the popular ones. All right, time to soul read their Dakin, chat. Oh, it's just Apocalypse. Okay. I was trying to stop getting Dakined, but they might not even be running Dakin. The more you know. Although we have legions, so we can now certifiably scam them, potentially. But I need to get ahead in order to scam them. So the question is, what's the best way to get ahead here? They have Prio, so probably Laufey. Orvis is scary. Orvis is very scary. Oh my god, Proxima, I think we're just dead. I think we're just straight up dead. They had the best possible cards for double Corvus. We didn't even get prio. We missed it by 1 point. Depression. Well, we've reached the part of the stream where we have died. Unfortunately. We can try and... Alright, wait. Hold on. Maybe... No, there's like no way. There's no way this is gonna work out. Alright, trust. Wait, they just passed? Keck, wait. Hopium has entered the chat. I need all your prages, chat. I need you to prage harder than you have ever praged before. What's up, Alexander? I need them all. I need an army of prages to hope that this discard player does the obvious discard thing. Let's fucking go! Oh, it's a nice lane you got there, friend. It'd be a shame if you didn't get an extra 32 power across the others. Alright, we got our 4 cubes back. Huge. Dude, if he got Makari, I'd crash out. I would crash out. I would be entirely crashed out. Dude, the viewership on Snap has been so weird lately. Like, I think this season's pretty exciting compared to the last two, and it feels like the viewership has been, ever since last month, I feel like it's been on a decline. I feel like last month a lot of people lost some interest. I feel like sometimes they don't fully, Second Inner doesn't fully realize like the damage letting fucking Thanos dominate the game for a month does to people. Like, it does some real damage. We're not good enough for you. No, all the chatters here are great. It's just a trend I am noticing. Lack of drops. I mean, there were drops, and there were a decent amount of people who showed up when there were drops, but the drops can play into it for sure. Oh yeah, like, I'm not just talking about my stats also, to be clear. Like, if it were just my stats going down, I'd be like, alright, I can figure out some reasons why that is happening, but it's pretty down across the board from what I'm seeing. And I've heard similar from people who do YouTube stuff. This might be a bad decision. I think the good decision here is leaving the game. This card is just too spooky and sinister unless you have like some hard answers, and we do not have hard answers. But yeah, I have noticed that, like, especially like usually the first like few days of a new season, you see a little bit of a bump in people being like interested, but we're like the 3rd highest up Snap stream right now, which is kind of wild, given like the timing and day 2 of a new day 2, and we just got 4 new cards. Castle Zemo Electro. Classic. What plays Luke Cage and Ravonna? I don't know. C2, but why would C2 play into Madripoor? Shadow King? I guess, maybe? Okay. Never outpower their Iron Man lane if I do this. I can't play Laufey Cage, though. That's the sad part. But I very well might be able to outpower the Iron Man lane. Because this will be 12, and then whatever I get, we can play a Bob. I don't think Tribunal runs Cage. I'm pretty sure this is Cerebro. I feel fairly confident this is Cerebro. Okay, well now I have no fucking idea. I mean, I guess it could still be Cerebro. But why would you play Carter and Cerebro too? Well, wait, I need to play Cage. Is this even enough? It's not, right? I would have to like... C2 does not play Cosmo. You guys are correct. C2 does not play Cosmo. What is this card? Merlin? So we have 8. This would get 1, 2, and 4. So it's 6. So go to 11. Upgrade to 22. 22. I think this might win. Moonstone. Dazzler. This definitely wins. I didn't feel like doing the math, I'll be honest with you. It's just an ongoing deck. No Sam Wilson's kind of wild, though. I feel like you definitely want Sam Wilson in this deck. They're playing. Wilson catches 3 nerfs, and he's finally no longer the most played card in the game. It only took 3 nerfs. Collection level? I don't know. Although I've seen that person a bunch, so I don't think they're that low. But yeah, maybe they don't have it. But I would assume they have it. Maybe they're playing Gore. And that's one of the things they're doing with Ravonna too, but I don't know. I do not know. Insanity. Playing Agamotto. I don't think I've ever seen that Arsham avatar. It's kind of interesting. I ordered this poorly. Whoops. I was supposed to, Actually, no. The ordering is fine because I would have shuffled away the Surge card anyway. Man thing. Sucks I don't have Prio, but... I mean, if he snaps, I'm leaving. 100%. We're trying to get, like, a surprise, Oh, he's just gonna clog me on the left. Trying to get a surprise cage is the goal here. Oh, he's not clogging me. He's just Merlining. Okay. Luna... Luna going left is fucking terrible for me. We did get Cage. The Cage isn't enough to win the mid. It's one off. Which makes me very sad. I'm going for it, though. Seaball isn't real. Can't hurt me. Oh, wait, Seaball... might actually not win them the game because of our dude. 2-4-6. We go to tie breaks and win, right? Crazy. Shout out to Throwing Prio. Holy shit. Bro had me stressing a bit. Well, at least he's trying something a little different in Clog. I can... respect that a bit, even though I don't love playing against Clog. Merlin, my goat. Merlin won us that game easily. Merlin was huge. Merlin's just so incredibly based because he gives you tools to fight off decks that are otherwise very annoying. I.e. Mr. Negative, Clog, Storm Legion combo. Like, decks that just make you sad when you have to press the concede button for 2 cubes at worst. That's what it feels like Merlin is good against. Feels like he's quite good against those kinds of decks. Dude, a 4-mana Legion would go so crazy off of Surge. Oh... oh, baby, that's pretty big. Low roll? Okay, they got the exact same as us, but... oh, I should have played Cage because I have Anti-Venom. Playing Bob was actually a mistake, I think. I'm still going to snap, though, because I'm pretty sure this wins most of the time. Okay, they're out. Yeah, like, most of the discard deck is 3 or less cost cards. So, turn 4 Legion just fucks them over pretty hard. I mean, I guess they could have Swarm, but... although, I made a mistake playing the Bob instead of the Cage, because my follow-up would have been probably Anti-Venom. Oh, it's this dude. Were they playing negative? I don't remember what they were playing. Maybe it was Annie. Might have been Annie stuff. Definitely feels like Annie. I love that Annie is being played more again, though. I think that's really cool. I was always sad when Annie stopped seeing as much play. What would I swap Jennifer Kale for in the Merlin Galactus deck? Probably just another decent 2. Because that deck doesn't... You probably want like a 2-drop or even a 1-drop that gets value and then you can throw away. Ideally, I think. Well, that's scary. I'm never going to draw this Anti-Venom card because of Merlin. It's unfortunate. Honestly, not the craziest play in the world. Watch them bounce their cards. Please bounce your cards. It would be so funny. Oh, this was the guy playing Chavez. We win. We win by the slimmest margins possible. We literally win by a singular point. All right, edge of our seat. We're edging rank 100. So, perfect time for a pee break. Will we hit rank 100? Find out next time on MarvelSnap when we get back from this break. BRB. All right, let's do it. Kate could be a good suggestion for that Galactus deck. Although, actually, I might have already been running Kate in it. I don't remember what I was running. Blade, so some kind of discard. Probably... There's a lot of Bullseye discard because of the location. But yeah, if you want something to climb with today, here's my advice. Play a deck that is good at getting ahead and then changing a hot location. I think if you want a good way to win, that's a good way to win. Do you recommend this one? This one's worked quite well for me today. So yeah, I think I would recommend this one. Malekith guaranteed pulls... Well, no, it's one of two things. Malekith doesn't actually improve our draw here because of Merlin. Merlin's going to prevent our draw. So I think I'm just going to do this instead. Yeah, this is kind of just a matchup where you hope they don't draw the nuts of Double Dakin, but... Or do you hope you can scam them with Sinister? Not sure we're going to be able to do that, though. Yeah, it's just not... Don't love the discard matchup. It's one we have been able to beat, but you really gotta... You really gotta deal with the Dakin somehow. And our main way of doing that is Red Guardianing it, which we unfortunately have already used. Not that it would have mattered if we held it, because they had protection. Yeah, Sinister London was the... I mean... Merlin was actually maybe the real problem. This is a bot. It's a Thanos bot, though, which is spooky. Thanos bots are always a little spooky. What's up, Eli? I'm good. I'm good. Took a little bit of a break from Snap the last week or so, and feeling refreshed coming back to it. I really want to snap, but Thanos frightens me. Because Thanos bots always be doing some bullshit. Also, snapping's kind of scary. I only need 2 cubes, so I should just hope I get 2 cubes. Snapping's scary because of the Bob. Oh, it's just Thanos Zoo. I mean, that's still scary. For Thanos ongoing. I mean, that's a good draw. I think I need to hold the surge for board space. Oh, Luke Cage is guaranteed. Does that win me the game? I actually don't know. Fuck, I don't want to do this math. I really should, though. Alright, so, Malekith, mid, always pulls Lucas Cage. They're gonna play Thanos. Thanos is going left. It's 12 power. They go up to 30. I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, you're shitting me. I lose by 1? I lose by 1? Do I ever win the middle? I don't think so. I think I have to leave. I think I lose by 1. Make sure I counted that right. Thanos adds 12, gets them to 30. I add 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I lose by 1. I was gonna move. No, my space would be full. Because we play Malekith mid, Phil's mid, Red Guardian right. That is the play. Unfortunately, it loses by 1 point to Thanos on the left. This is why I didn't snap against the fucking Thanos bot. I hate Thanos, even when robots play it. It's cringe. Malekith right and Red Guardian left. How does that change the outcome? I win the right fine. And we never have enough to win the middle. Right? Would it have given us enough to win the middle? I actually want to see. Let's see. So here was the board state. Thanos, they play Thanos, right? That's the card they play. They could play Spectrum, but if they play Spectrum, we're super dead regardless. But let's say Thanos is the known play. They play Thanos here. Changing the Malekith doesn't do anything for the left lane if we're putting Red Guardian here. All changing the Malekith line does is it gives me slightly more points here. But that doesn't actually... So it is technically a better line because it gets us 1 more point here compared to Red Guardian. So it is better. It's not better enough to win though, right? Because we get 2 from Cage and then 1 from this. And 6 from the Malekith. So 8, 9. We get 9 points. We go up to 23. Actually, we would go to tie breaks. We might have won. If it was Thanos, we might have won. Because they go down 2 points. Because they play Thanos. And how much do I win the right by is the question. They go to 23. Yeah, I guess we win if it was Thanos. If we play Malekith right. I just figured I couldn't beat the Dino. But we actually just barely beat out... We barely tie it. Now, if they had Spectrum, we were very dead. And I'm assuming running Armor and Dino, this version is like Zoo and it has Spectrum. So I don't really regret the leave for 1 there. But there was a way to win versus Thanos. It was very close. But there was a path to victory. Well, it was really a question of do they have Spectrum, right? Because it's a bot. And I think the bot will always play Spectrum there if they have it, but if they don't, they're always playing Thanos. But yeah. I do not want to lose my game to Infinite versus a bot. It would make me very sad. Wait, no. Playing into the unrevealed location is always dangerous on hot location day. You get punished. One thing I like about this deck is you are a little insulated against tech cards. Except for Enchantress. Enchantress kind of fucks you up, but... I was going to toss away Merlin, but I think I'm okay with that. Oh, it's Sarah? Interesting. Assuming this is Sarah Monkey. They have 6 cards, so they can actually play for the mid. Four, 5, 6, 7. They had 7 here, but lose 2, so they're really adding 5. So the magic number we have to beat is 20. I think it's 17. $17, 18, 19, 20. No, I know Jeff's gonna move. Yeah, this is kind of what I was worried about. I didn't really have a great way to play around this. I was thinking about snapping to move the Bob, but if they have a Killmonger, it'd be a pretty big punish. Alright, well that's probably a big punish anyway. Wait, it's not. Unless that's the real Mysterio. Enchantress? Monkey. Not what I was expecting. I'm assuming the real Mysterio is right. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Sarah Monkey's actually pretty good right now. I don't know if it's good on... Oh, I left before I could bump him back. I don't know if it's good on the hot location. I think Sarah Monkey probably loses benefit from the hot location and people playing like some of the things that are good in the hot location, but as a deck, I think Sarah Monkey's actually quite good. It was close. It was very close. In fact, I think Red Guardian was the only 3-drop that actually won us that game in our deck. I guess Copycat could have won it. But yeah. No, one away from infinite. That too. Yeah, the last game wasn't one, but it was close. It wasn't one. I thought it was one, but that was the other game. The Sarah Monkey's great. I'm always really happy when I see that deck being playable, because it's like a long time favorite of a lot of people, myself included. The bot. All I need to do is get this bot to retreat for one, and we're done. Yeah, it's funny. I actually haven't seen a lot of Afflict today. What I've been seeing a lot of has been Clog and Negative have been the more popular ones for me. I'm going to play this about as safe as I can, I think. Which means I should probably play Lucas Cage now. I'm scared of Red Guardian. I won't lie to you. But I don't love playing Man-Thing into their guy. It's probably still worth. I won't get a draw if I... Well, if I play the Valentine, I don't get a draw anyway, so... Whatever. Insane... Well, not that insane, but weird bot play for sure. Alright. Dodge the Red Guardian bullet. Alright. I did not realize this was high Evo. There are ways I could lose here, I think, but I don't think we will. I think the play is this here. Honestly, Omniversal's kind of greedy. Let's not be greedy. Greed bad. Yeah, who am I kidding? Alright, the bot left anyway. We did it. Yippee, we're done. We finished the climb. Coming in at rank 45, not too bad. Congrats, thanks. Pretty chill. Hot location was a little turbulent, I guess. Not really, though. I didn't have a hard time with it. It just... Hot location brought about more clog and discard. those are the two decks I saw way more of after the location showed up. Alright, let's speed out the decks. Speed out the decks I used. Oh, Deltarune came out. I thought that was tomorrow. I still have to play Undertale. I've never played Undertale, despite much recommendation and owning it and knowing I would like it. Still haven't played that game. All right, later, Moscow chat. Have a good one. And congrats on the marble win. All right, so this deck might want Zabu, but it's been pretty alright without it. And then I'll link my other tweet with the other decks. Or I'll just put the other decks in the thread. So let's copy this one. I'm surprised he got 1. A lot of people have entered in higher than I think they normally do, even though they are consistently around like the SP. Like, I don't think their SP thresholds have changed a ton. Like, I don't know the exact numbers, but I would bet if you looked at where KM and Fudge entered last month, I bet they entered lower last month than this month. Now, maybe they had different climbs, but I feel like something weird has gone on with the pre-infinite climb. But I don't know. It's hard to know because we have limited information. All right. Let me just grab a whole screenshot. Why do you think Cam said it was his worst climb? Well, I was watching him play and he lost to bots a bunch. I think that's why he got into the 90s and then he was getting scammed by a bunch of the bots. And I assume it got better after he switched decks, but the bots were kind of scamming him. And usually in the past, when you don't gain like anything from beating bots in terms of your MMR, but in the past when you would lose versus a bot, you would lose MMR. So it was really not great because you didn't gain anything from beating them other than the cubes. But you would lose MMR if you lost to them, I think. So it's always been kind of weird. I don't think the tweet's gonna handle me putting in 4 more deck codes, because it's already kind of just fucking up when I put in 1. So I'm just gonna put these decks. Yeah, it's very weird. I don't really understand why it is the way it is. And I don't understand if something changed. I feel like something did change. I feel like something definitely changed with the bots. I can assure you, you are not missing out on much not participating on X the Everything app. I never even used to really use Twitter, but I use it for, you know, content creator stuff. If it wasn't for content creator stuff, I probably would have deleted the app by now, I'm not gonna lie. Because I used to look at stuff on Reddit, and I stopped using Reddit as much, like a couple years ago. And then Twitter took over my scrolling habit, but pretty much anyone can tell you this. Twitter's gotten progressively worse over time, but like, I feel like in the last year especially, it's like really bad now. Like, it's just so much of the stuff it's trying to throw at me outside of the things I'm following is just like, it feels like it is morphing into Facebook. Like, I keep seeing the same, like, engagement bait posts over and over, and it pushes a lot of dumb political shit, and it also pushes literal porn. Like, it's really not a great platform. It's pretty bad. But I post my decks there because people like them, and I like to share them, and I think it's a good platform for me to do that, but it's not great. It's pretty bad. What's up, Wogunner? Yeah, I think Reddit can be okay for, like, I think if you're really invested in, like, a niche hobby, it can be good. I think gaming subreddits are often terrible. Although sometimes they can be good for news, you just have to completely ignore the comments. Did they get rid of the spending reward track? It's gone for a week. So if you're planning on buying anything, don't until next week. They're making a new web store. And so there's like a layover period where this week nothing counts and the track is gone. But there will be a new one next week. Unfortunately, it's not retroactive though, which is sad. They said they were extending the length of some bundles. I wonder if they're going to extend this one, though, because I'd like to buy this. But I already bought the pass for $10, and I'm not getting web store stuff for that. So I would like to know. I'm going to ask, actually. What is this? Was there a reveal today? Marvel Arc Sys. Oh, is Arc System the Guilty Gear people? Oh, is this a new game? Marvel Guilty Gear? That'd be kind of fire. Are they just taking a page out of the Riot playbook where they're just releasing... They're getting, like, a good game dev to make a thing in every genre? Damn, this looks fucking sick, actually. I'm not even a fighting game guy. I play Smash. But... this fucks. They got the team switches like Marvel vs. Capcom too. This looks sick. I know the quality is terrible because Twitter compression. But you get the idea. Well, it's funny you say it, Alexander, because I only main chicks in Smash Bros. Except for Piranha Plant. I will say the fucking... This looks very smooth. Dude, the fucking triple switch-ins. This looks very fun. I wonder, does it say when this is coming out at the end? Or is it... Let's see. What is it called? Coming next year. Okay. That's cool. I believe it's made by ArcSys, which is the people who do Guilty Gear, I think, which is a pretty popular fighting game. And I think one that a lot of people like. I'm not a big fighting game head, but I like them. Let's see, did Griffin say anything about the... I know he said they'd be extending the length of bundles, but I don't know if he said all of them. Let me see if I can find this. Also, if you guys don't know, there's like a Discord quest on Snap Mobile. You get a little border in Discord. Which it's not much, but it's something. Let's see. I am looking for what Griffin said about the bundles. I should really use the search function, but... where is it? There's so much discussion. Where the fuck is the thing I'm looking for? I just want to know. I don't know. I'm just gonna ask him. So yeah, hopefully we get some information, because like I would like the gold. I like the variant, but I'd more buy this for the gold with the variant as a bonus. But I don't want to spend more money and then have 0% on the web shop. That would feel bad. Yeah, this is Misery does love company, and social media is very good at pumping that right into your veins. Pre-registration is now open for Mystic Mayhem. I think I saw that the other day, I thought. Apparently that's coming out the end of this month. Bought the Coffee Cap bundle before realizing. Feels bad, man. I still think it's very silly they're not, I think it's very silly they're not doing it retroactively. It's gotta be a... I imagine it's gotta be a, what's it called? A result of the publisher change, but I would think that would be something they would want to go out of their way to fix. Dude, if you want to see... Alright, so Binks tweeted this. I gotta show it. This is so funny. So we were just talking about how Twitter has become dog shit. But this is incredibly funny. This is a great example of the type of shit I see. The ads I got fed on here have been getting more and more embarrassing in the last couple years, that they have crossed the threshold to being funnier than most regular posts. We're giving away $500 total for the top 10 PFPs. Here's how to enter. This person paid for their 12 like engagement post of a dog with a photoshopped vape and MAGA hat. Well, it's not even MAGA, it's make memes great again, but yeah, same, the token red hat. This is just like, I'll let you guys in on a secret. Before Twitter shit the bed, it was already a bad platform for advertising. I have heard that it was always very not like you didn't get much return for your advertisement even before it was sold and bought, and it was always bad. But it's so much worse now. Later, horror story. Have a good one. Yeah, we're probably gonna wind down here. But God, that's it's just like you gotta wonder like what people are doing. Like who's paying for this? Fucking Apple used to advertise on this website, and now you have the make memes great again vaping dog. Got to get those coat dog coins. I guarantee you this is shilling a crypto or something. I bet you coat dog is a coin. Let's see. Well, unfortunately, looking this up has it's giving me all these Dogecoin things. Maybe it's not. I see cat dog. Dude, I would have had a lot of money in Doge. I mined Doge because I thought it was funny when I was like 17. And I lost access to it. I had like 90,000 of it. Today, that would be worth $17,000. Would have been worth even more at its height. It would have been worth like 30K at its height. Oh well. Nothing I can do about it. On the 10th, live streaming opening Final Fantasy packs. Ooh, I might check it out depending on the time. I didn't know you streamed Horror Story. That's cool. I will shout you out. I hope you have good luck on your packs. Dude, I can't imagine, like... $19,000 would be a pretty significant amount of money to me, but it wouldn't be like... I guess it would be mildly life-changing, but not like life-changing in terms of impacting my day-to-day life much. I'd probably just like be a little bit less frugal, but I'd probably just sit on it and pump it into some investments or something. But it wouldn't be like, whoa, my life's totally different now. But man, I know some people who used Bitcoin to buy pizza when it was worth nothing, and that I think I would have a lot harder time living with. I can handle missing out on like 20 grand, even though I'm not pleased about it. If I had to think about that, like I missed out on millions of dollars, I would feel a little differently, I think. Although, I guess you just have to treat it with the same mentality. It's like, you couldn't have known. And you probably would have sold... Like, that's the thing that gives me some solace, is like, if you're in that position, the odds that you time it correctly to where you actually get the maximum value are very unlikely, right? Like, it's very unlikely I would have sold the coin at the height of its thing, because I probably would have gotten excited as soon as it went to like 10 cents or something and got rid of it, or maybe even sooner, who knows. $90,000 for a pizza. I mean, that's just regular price with inflation, am I right? This deck was really fun, though. We didn't play it today. I played it a lot yesterday. If you're a Morgan head, I wouldn't play it on the hot location, probably, because we don't really have a way of dealing with the hot location. And we're susceptible to Clog. Well, more tech than Clog, but... Once the hot location goes away, if you're looking to play Morgan, I would play this deck. It's very fun. This is probably my favorite cook of the new cards. Yeah, anime waifu Morgan. Poggies. Let's see. Final Fantasy Tactics. There was a PlayStation showcase today. That's where all this shit is coming from, huh? Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. I mean, this has got to be hype, right? Because people love Final Fantasy Tactics. I did get the new Merlin. Morgan, worth it? I think it's worth it if you really like Tempo Destroy decks. She's a niche card, but I think very good in that deck. Might be okay in a bounce version, but I haven't seen one of those I'm very convinced on. I know you guys can't hear this. YouTube still won't be able to hear this, but there's subtitles. This is a new Final Fantasy Tactics game. That's kind of fire. I have only played a little bit of the original, but I love tactics games like this. I love tactics games. Wait. Oh, wait. Is it just a remake? I don't understand. Is it just a remake? I thought this was a new version. Is this just a remake? The classic version unites the graphics and gameplay of the original with renowned... I mean, a remake would be great too, but like, I thought it was a new one. Has anyone played the game to know if this is in the original? I've only played the beginning of FF Tactics. It's called Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. Very short trailer. It returns as never before, so it's like a remake but with bonus shit or different shit or something. New content. I mean, it looks pretty fire. Regardless, I think this is cool. Because I love tactics games. Yeah, it looks like a remake. Cool. I'm all for this. Was there anything else cool in the PlayStation Showcase? We saw the Marvel fighting game thing. The fuck is this? This is golf with Pac-Man? This is what everyone wants, right? Everyone's golf. This is what we've all been waiting for. Did I like hallucinate the Pac-Man? Or was there not a Pac-Man on the thumbnail? I thought I saw Pac-Man. No, there is a Pac-Man on the thumbnail. Alright, get to showing me the Pac-Man, bro. Put the golf in the bag. Look at him. Why is Pac-Man in this game? I have no fucking idea. I have not a fucking clue. I like how they didn't even really acknowledge it. They just showed Pac-Man. It's actually huge in Japan. Is that a meme or like is it actually popular? I'm familiar with the huge in Japan meme. All right, so what did they show off today? Real quick. They showed off a lot of stuff, huh? I have not heard of most of these. Wait, they're doing a new Bloodstained game? That's fucking heat. I have to play the original still. I only played it a little bit. This was like a spiritual successor to Castlevania made by one of the most iconic Castlevania dudes. Like, I think the original creator. So, like, them doing another one would be sick. First one was really good. Oh, wait, co-op? Or like you control 2 people? I'm not sure. I don't know, but this looks cool as shit. I love Castlevania. And this looks cool. Yeah, it looks fun. I'm all for this. I wonder what the 2-player thing is. Like, are you going to be able to swap characters? That actual co-op? Oh yeah, I love the Castlevania series. The original Castlevania series is a rare example of a show that I think only got better as it progressed. I think there are very few shows I can say that about. I like the former better too. Nocturne was great too, but the original was just fucking awesome. Like, my friend told me it gets better as it goes, and I did not believe them. And then I watched it, and I was like, no, you were right. It does get... And it, like, that's not a, it starts off weak and then it gets good. That's a, it starts good and it gets better. What was the date? 2026. What's up, Derek? I don't know who this is because I haven't played the first one. What is this? We're looking at game trailers because today... So today, there was this PlayStation Direct. Tomorrow is the Switch 2 launch. And then Friday through the weekend, there are going to be a bunch of game announcements because of the big gaming show is Friday. And then Devolver Digital does a thing on Saturday, I think. Yeah, it's hard to beat that. Yeah, if you're looking for something like a fun anime thing to watch, Castlevania series would highly recommend. I have no idea what this game is. I like the fish though. Looks like a rhythm game maybe? We need more rhythm games. Rhythm games are fun, man. Definitely is a rhythm game. I wonder if we're ever going to get to the point where Guitar Hero circles back around for a new generation. That shit was game changing if you grew up in the early 2000s. Oh, it's like a Tetris-y type thing. Sideways Tetris. Kind of neat. I fuck with this. This is like very much my type of thing. Dude, Through the Fire and Flames is crazy. This looks fun. More excited for the Rhythm Heaven remake. Or it's not a remake, it's a new game. Pragmata, is that another one on the list? They announced a bunch of games, so we're like looking through them now. We're at the tail end of the stream. I have a thing I have to go to, but I figure we check out some cool stuff. Pragmata, First Contact. It's that time of the summer, start of summer, where all the game announcements come out. I was not very good at Guitar Hero, but I liked it a lot. I remember I practiced and we had like a party. My parents had a party and I was like 10 years old or something. And I practiced doing what was it? I practiced like an easy song on easy, but I did it like behind my head. It was quite a flex. I'm sure all the adults were very impressed. Wait, is this Death Stranding? This looks like Death Stranding. Maybe it's just the suit tech that's making me think that. Yeah, probably. This looks kind of cool. Yeah, definitely Dead Space like combat-y vibes. It is very funny to me. You just have a little child on your back the whole time. I don't know why, but I find that funny. You're on the moon. Pragmata. Yeah, definitely Dead Space like vibes. Dead Space was a great game. So she's like a robot or artificially enhanced or something. She's not just a child. It's real XD. Was this game announced like years ago? Why did they do the... Was this game announced a long time ago? ...2022, 2023, it was. I'd never heard of it. Cool. Any other cool ones, chat? Where did this start? This started like here. So we watched this one. Watch this one. I thought this was cool. This was cool. This was cool. Romero is a dead man. What is this? What the fuck is this? Shit looking like it's on the PS2. Bro, what the fuck? He just ripped his arm and face off? What the fuck is this? Yeah, it does give that kind of style. What the fuck is this? I did not expect the graphical style to change so much, but sure. Looks kind of fun. Why is this giving me what's the one where you always stuck in a mall with all the zombies? Someone knows what I'm talking about. Dead Rising? Dead Rising. That was the one I was thinking of. It looks a little bit like... I mean, it's a little more involved, I think. Well, I like that they're showing a bunch of new IPs. One of the things I have really not liked is how... For so long, his grandpa's on his back. I mean, this looks like ridiculous and over the top, but I like it. But yeah, I would like, I want there to be new series rather than just being like continuations of everything. What else was there? They showed off a bunch of things and they're all pretty small. Not exclusive though. I care very little about exclusives because I have everything. I have all the systems. So exclusivity matters very little to me. Although Microsoft is making me continually question why I bought an Xbox. Because I don't fall into the market that really uses Game Pass how they would want me to. Oh, do they show off 007? That I want to see. Getting the Hitman people to make a Bond game is such a awesome thing. Climbing a cliff? That could be fun. You have to patch up your wounds. You know what I'm really planning on diving into, though? With this release of the Switch 2, I want to go back and beat Breath of the Wild and then play Tears of the Kingdom. I have yet to play that game. I got pretty far in Breath of the Wild when it came out, but I got stuck at a point, and then I stopped playing it for a bit, and every time I've tried to go back, I keep getting stuck. I'm stuck in this, like, temple thing in the desert, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do, and I've picked it up like 3 separate times, and I'm like, I'm still stuck, and then I quit. Mirror's Edge is a cool game. The sequel to Journey? Okay, see, now that's exciting. I loved Journey. I want to see, let's see the James Bond thing. If you don't know the Hitman games, they're fire and like very unique in terms of like all the assassin stuff, and giving that to James Bond seems awesome. Seems fucking sick. Classic James Bond. Outlaws is a game I probably would like, but I will pick it up when it is like $5 or something. Because I already have too many games. I think I'd enjoy it though. I also have to beat the Jedi Survivor games before I play that game. It's a young Bond. That's cool. This is just a match made in heaven, though. Like, they took the person who made the most, like, in-depth assassin games and gave them the James Bond IP. That's such a fucking heat idea. That feels like one of those things, like, a kid talks about but never happens. This seems fucking sick. This game's gonna be awesome. Yeah, this should be fun. I can't wait to see all the gadgets. Oh, they're gonna have driving? Neat. I don't think the Hitman games have any of that. Yeah, this looks fucking sick. Probably next year, I bet. James Bond games have such a fucked up history because, like, James Bond was the goated shooter on N64 and GameCube, and then that shit fell off a cliff after. GoldenEye and Nightfire were fucking awesome. And then I don't know what happened after that, but I don't think it was good. Yeah, Deus Ex is a cool series too. When does this come out? Probably next year. Coming 2026. I'm noticing a theme in these announcements. They're announcing all the games for next year. That's still super sick. Like, I think this game is gonna do very well. I hope it does. Because the Hitman series is very cool. And I can't imagine a better person to get the license for James Bond. Alright, so what else is there that we haven't seen? Which is the one that's the Journey sequel? They did a Ghosts of Yotoi Little Trees. I'm excited for that game. It's got the same name. Oh, it's called Journey. Wait, why don't I see it here? I've seen trailers for this before. I don't think I've seen this before. I'll look it up. Today. Getting the name wrong. Maybe it was earlier and I missed it. Pragmata, no, we saw these. Let me refresh. Ninja Gaiden Rage Bound. I heard these games are very fun. Oh, this looks like a spin-off 2D one. I love games like this though. I love 2D like platformers like this. We're already dropping a Helldivers too. Apparently Helldivers had a huge update. I haven't really played it much, but I had a lot of fun with that game early on. Sword of the Sea is the name. Okay, cool. We'll check it out. Yeah, I like games like this a lot. The Messenger was a really good one, which apparently is the same universe as Sea of Stars, which I do intend on finishing, by the way. I will get back to Sea of Stars this month and beat it this month. Hold me to it. I did play Limbo. Limbo was cool. Sword of the Sea. Launch date. Announced. So this is apparently the game by the people who made Journey. Journey was an incredible experience. That shit was goated. If you don't know Journey, basically it's like... I don't know how to describe it exactly, but... It's a... There's some like puzzles and shit you gotta solve, but it's like a kind of story... Tells a story as you go through it, but there's a second player, and it never really explicitly makes it clear that that second player is actually another person. So like you're actually playing with someone else, but it seems like a lot of people thought it was just like a computer when it first came out. I don't know. Yeah, it's an experience game. That's a good way to describe it. Well, this looks cool. Dude, I want to swim with the dolphins. Dude, he's fucking skateboarding on a sword. Looks like a sword. Yeah, Blueprints gets hard. I still haven't played it yet. This looks sick, though. Yeah, this developer always makes very artsy games. I'm getting Tony Hawk vibes. This looks very cool. Sword of the Sea. August 19th? That's actually not that far away. Cool. Cool. We already saw this one. Marvel fighting game is pretty fucking cool, though. What is this? This is some Silent Hill stuff. I never got really into Silent Hill, but I know people really like it. Is this like a new one, or? I don't think it's a remake, but it could be wrong. I heard the remake did pretty well. We might be able to do a complimentary game. No stakes. Depends how fast my people are there. Well, that's fucking disturbing. Although I think that's pretty on brand for Silent Hill, but Jesus Christ. Creepy. I mean, very cool for the Silent Hill heads. The series I hope to get to one day, but probably not anytime soon. If you're into horror shit, though, it's a pretty good horror series. This is very creepy. She's getting attacked by, like, her own... I can't tell if it's, like, a copy of herself or if it's, like, her sister or something. She's talking to someone. I assume it's, like, her sister. I guess this is a new game. Silent Hill F. Yeah, I guess this is new. Cool. Augies for the Silent Hill heads. What else is there? Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection? What is this? These are the old school ones. Oh, it's a bunch of the old ones. Cool. I'm not a fighting game person, really, but... I probably will play the Silent Hill 2 remake at some point in time, but not soon. Too many games. What is this? A multiplayer story. I like fighting games, but only with, like, friends, and they're not something... I think eventually there'll be one that really clicks for me, but there has yet to be one of those. Fighting games are also very, they're very involved. Like, they're very rewarding if you grind it and get better, but I don't have that grind set mindset. This could be a cool concept. I don't really... Like, it's like a story game, but they're incorporating multiplayer somehow. This could be neat. I like the aesthetic. The big fish. So I guess this is where they're announcing all these 2026 games. I'm happy they're showing off a bunch of new stuff, though. Instead of just like, oh, here's, I don't know, a new entry in a known series. I think we need more of this stuff. Sailing game, pirate game, fire. You know it's a good pirate game if you can shoot yourself out of a cannon. That is just part of the rules. If you can't shoot yourself out of a cannon, what's the point? Is this by the Sea of Thieves people? It looks a little similar. Except the combat looks like good. Sea of Thieves is a fun game with friends, but its combat is so tremendously ass. Monkey Island? Is this related to Monkey Island? Well, whatever this is, it looks cool. Whatever it is, I'm here for it. Looks neat. Bum, 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 bum. Sea of Remnants. Did it say who was it was by? Did it say Compulsion? I don't know. Cool. Probably says in the description, but whatever. I think that's most of what I want to see. They're making a third Nio. I heard I own these games through GameShare, but I've never played them. I think I would like them. They're just long. And I have a lot of games on my backlog. But I've heard very good things about the Nio series. Heard they are good games. One of my goals this year has been to actually complete more games. While I took the week off, I platinumed Doom 2016. That was a fun experience. I had beat Doom before, but I decided to go for all the achievements and stuff. It was cool. I believe these games are Souls-like, where they're like pretty hard. Maybe a little bit more like Sekiro, I'm not sure, but heard nothing but good things about these games. So cool they're getting a third one. Nio 3. Neat. OMG. I don't know who that is. I haven't played the earlier games. Marvel Tokon. Fighting Souls. Yeah, we watched Perry's reaction to this. But looks like a cool game. They're also doing like a League of Legends one of these, and I don't give a shit about League of Legends, but I like the characters from watching Arcane and playing some TFT. It's like I'm down to try these fighting games, as long as they're not like, probably wouldn't buy it for full retail price, but they certainly cooked with the graphics, and the team behind this is very well known for being good at fighting games. Was there anything else? We saw this one. We saw this one. I think we've seen everything. Light stick. Don't care about that. Thief VR. Don't care about that. I think we saw the new stuff. Oh, I don't think I saw this. This is the last one. There's Digimon Story Time, but I don't care about that. I wasn't a Digimon kid. The Ari. Origami game? Hirogami? Well, this looks very cool. Love the aesthetic. That's fucking awesome. The whole world is origami. He turned into a frog? Sick. See, this is a great concept for a game. He can change into different things because he's made of paper. He's an airplane. Yeah, that's fucking cool as shit. November 3rd. I can see myself. Alright, I think that's it for the random games we're looking at. We will play a complimentary game of marbles with no stakes. And then I have to go. But thanks to those of you stuck around for watching the game trailer shit. Tomorrow we'll play some more Snap, and then I think I'm going to be doing some Mario Kart with some Snap people. Robo plays, maybe Tucker? Super Tech God? I'm not sure the full list, but I got hit up about that, and it sounds fun. So I think I will be doing that'll be 3 long. Yeah, we'll probably do Snap first and then switch into Mario Kart. Also depends when my Switch shows up. And how long it takes to download Mario Kart World. Alright. No stakes marbles. This one's just for the love of the game. Exclamation mark play. Alright. Countdown. Begun. This map looks neat. Yeah, I figured there would not be a huge turnout. But that is okay. I'm just gonna start it. Ask call if you want in. And they're off. With Bash Dazzle leading the pack. Who's it gonna be? Whoa. Bash Dazzle's still holding it down, but Alexander gonna fight to overtake him. Bum, 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 bum. Down the stairs they go. Oh, these can be dangerous. These can be dangerous, but they're not gonna stop Alexander. The cubes will stop him, though. And allow for Bash Dazzle to catch up. They're leaving the rest of us in the dust. Ooh. He's getting stuck again. Oh, more cubes. Oh, dude, if he, like, got airborne and was able to go over the cubes, that would have been sick. Pretty elaborate map. They got knocked back, but my marble was struggling. And now they're like 18 more cubes that I'm gonna have to sit through. Wokuner has died. Rip. He died doing what he loved. Alright. So what's going to happen here? It looks like the big spin ball is going to be what determines how this goes. Oh, look, there are more cubes. This course is actually what happens to all the cubes bots steal from people. This is where they go. This is where they get deposited and refined. I mean, it's been a pretty even race. Who's going to take the crown, though? Who's gonna make it out? It's Alexander, but Alexander is gonna do the hard work of clearing out the cubes. Is he just paving the way for another marble to claim victory? Through the fire and the flames, the marbles carry on. And Bash Dazzle is gonna take the W. All the marbles are trying to push their way through the door. It's the... Where's the clip? Hold on. Congrats, Bash. It's this clip. A little bit. Where's the part with the germs? They're perfectly balanced. This is what I was referencing. They were trying to... This is what the marbles were trying to do. Whoop, 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 whoop. What's up, Kenny? That's pretty cool. Indestructible. Yeah, basically what I'm getting at is your marbles are actually indestructible. They can't be destroyed. All right, well, that's gonna, I think, be a stream for me, I think that is gonna be a stream for me. So thanks for hanging out. It's been fun. It's been real. I'll be back tomorrow for some more Snap and then Mario Kart, probably. Who's online? Let us raid. Can we raid Zod? Sure. Show him some love. Have a good one. And I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Follow if you're not and all that good stuff. Peace.